Hey everyone, we hit 1,000 subscribers. Well, not super recently, but it happened, and I couldn't be more thankful. To commemorate the occasion, I thought I would do some basic YouTube shit and do a Q&A. So that's what we're gonna do. I made posts on Twitter, Discord, and YouTube, and got almost 40 questions, which is awesome. I apologize in advance if I mispronounce your name. I've never been good at that. But I'll stop rambling and actually answer the questions. At @lcrit on Twitter asked what's my all-time favorite game growing up, and what would I consider my favorite game nowadays. My favorite game growing up was Halo 3, specifically the custom games. Playing cops and robbers, duck hunt, and just screwing around in Forge was my favorite thing to do. I could spend hours talking about it, so I'll just leave it there. But my favorite game recently would have to be Tales of Arise. I'm a huge fan of the Tales of series and JRPGs in general, and I really enjoyed playing this new game that came out a couple years ago. Sanovictus on YouTube and Mim and Spicy Peaches on Discord asked similar questions about mechanics in farming sims. They asked what are some A Wonderful Life mechanics that I think should be used in other farming sims, and what are some general mechanics I would like to see in a new Story of Seasons game. I can answer both of these questions in one word: realism. In A Wonderful Life, seasons change throughout the days, not when the calendar switches over and tells you it's fall. You actually get to see it become fall. Animals will die, people will die, and these events can be felt throughout the area. I like to see future Story of Seasons games and future farming sims approach development through a more realistic lens. Savannah in Stockholm on YouTube and Poyo on Discord asked about my top tier bachelors, bachelorettes, and my favorite art style in Harvest Moon / Story of Seasons games. My top tier bachelorette would have to be Nami for no other reason than it's Nami. Best bachelor definitely goes to the doctor because he could pay for my luxurious lifestyle. And my favorite art style has to be A Wonderful Life. Surprise, surprise, I really like the realistic animal designs of A Wonderful Life and the subdued color palette. It really makes sunsets, sunrises, season transitions where you can really see changes in color. Those things just pop with the color palette. Ashley on YouTube and Lily Sapphire on Discord asked about what made me start doing YouTube and if I considered making a YouTube channel before this one. I've had a number of YouTube channels as a kid where I just posted stupid videos of me and my friends. I've always had a fondness for video production and cameras, so that's why I started making videos in the first place, but never really had a gaming-centric channel. But with the remake of A Wonderful Life coming out, I thought this was the perfect time to make one, because I never completed the game, and it's one of my favorites, so let's just complete it. Let's do 100%, let's do it. Going along with the theme of questions about the channel in the future, Giggles McGeek on Discord and UserGP on YouTube asked me what are my plans about the channel, if I'm going to play other games, or am I going to keep it farming sim centric. This is a great question, and I honestly have no clue. I definitely enjoy a myriad of different kinds of games, FPS, sports games, RTSs, and just everything under the sun. But what I will say is that I don't see myself as a farming sim YouTuber or put myself in any box. I'm going to make videos about games and subjects that I'm passionate about. Harvest Moon and Story of Seasons just so happens to be the thing that is really captivating me right now. Benny Big Bass on Discord and TC Tracks on YouTube asked about where I see my content living and if I have plans to upload VODs. I'll preface this discussion with things can always change, but right now, I see my YouTube channel as a place to upload creative projects, and my Twitch channel is where I like to play games live. I don't want to cut down live streams and upload funny moments videos, or make any low-effort posts, and that's why I separate the two. In regards to VODs, my current plan is for them to solely exist on Twitch. I know Twitch deletes them after 60 days, but being totally honest, I don't have the internet bandwidth to keep up with streaming, downloading all those VODs, and then uploading however 100 gigabytes of footage there is to YouTube. If that ever changes, I would definitely make a channel dedicated to VODs. It would not go up on this channel because, like I said, this is dedicated to creative projects and things that are a little more polished. Kelsey on YouTube and Bazagan on Discord asked if I was a Harvest Moon bachelor and had the chance to own a real farm, what would be my favorite gift, and what 3 crops would I grow? My favorite gift would definitely be chocolate milk, and the 3 crops I would grow are blackberries, cherries, and sweet corn. All right, this is a big one. Megmalo, Michael G, and Alexia on YouTube, Bleak Blue Jay, Spicy Peaches, Jelly Murray, Benny Big Bass, and Crayons on Discord all asked about my favorite, least favorite, second favorite, and first Harvest Moon / Story of Seasons games, what drew me to them, and how old I was when I first started to play them. The first Harvest Moon game I ever played was Friends of Mineral Town on the Game Boy Advance, and I probably picked that up at age 9 or 10. What drew me to these games was definitely my family's background of farming and the dating sim mechanics. I thought it was super cool that you could get married in the game, have a kid, and the farming and the money-making part really wasn't important to me. I just really enjoyed the setting and the characters. My favorite Harvest Moon game is definitely A Wonderful Life, with Friends of Mineral Town being my second favorite, and the only other Harvest Moon game I've put any real time or effort into was Magical Melody, so I guess that would be my least favorite, but I don't really have a least favorite. Those are just the ones I've played. Mentioning Magical Melody is a great segue into Devil's Knight's question about my thoughts on the game and if I think they'll do a remake. I think the core gameplay of Magical Melody is actually very good, but the art design just throws me off. Regarding remakes, it seems like Marvelous seems to like making them, so I wouldn't be surprised if Magical Melody was in the pipeline. With that being said, I don't know how popular it was, and if it was popular enough to demand a remake. Would I like to see one? Sure. Do I think one's going to come out in the near future? I don't know. Poyo on Discord and Yu-Gi-Oh! Lover, Nesby, and The Real Morning Brew on YouTube asked what other games, nostalgic or otherwise, I like to play other than Harvest Moon, and if I plan on streaming them. A nostalgic game that I play probably once every 2 years that I would love to stream is Tales of Symphonia. I played Tales of Symphonia with my older brother, and I still play every Mothership title that comes out in the Tales of series because of Symphonia. My Twitch stream and YouTube channel definitely won't be Harvest Moon or Story of Seasons centric forever, but I'm sure I'll return to playing those games because I always do. Roman Torchic, The Nella Fox, and Chandler on YouTube asked what made me want to do the 100% video, and if I'm going to do any other Harvest Moon playthroughs / 100% those games. A YouTuber named 𝗪𝗏 did a 100% playthrough of Stardew Valley, and his video really inspired me to do a 100% of A Wonderful Life when the remake was announced. I highly recommend checking out his video series on Stardew Valley if you like mine, and you like Stardew Valley as a game. I do plan to make some videos around the Story of Seasons A Wonderful Life remake, but I don't have any plans to 100% that one, or make videos on Magical Melody, or Story of Seasons Friends of Mineral Towns, or even 100% those. This was just a fun challenge that I've never seen done before, and A Wonderful Life is my favorite game in the series, so I just thought, why not? I'm gonna do it. Little Waffle on Discord asked what other farming sims have I played, and if I would recommend them to people who like Harvest Moon or Story of Seasons. Of course, I played Stardew Valley, and I'm sure a lot of you have, but if you haven't, I would definitely recommend that. But a lesser known title that I have played that is kind of Harvest Moon adjacent is a game called World's Dawn. Of course, I won't provide any spoilers, it's on Steam, but I really enjoyed it, and if you're looking for an indie title that focuses more on the characters and the farming, this is the one for you. Rebecca on YouTube asked, between making videos and streaming, which one is more enjoyable? Well, streaming is definitely more enjoyable in the moment, but I find making videos is more rewarding in the long term. Interacting with everyone in chat during a stream is amazing. It makes a lot of funny moments and it really creates that community. But taking all those moments and scripting something, making a video, being a little more creative on the back end where nobody can see you, and making something that you're proud of, it really hits just as hard as a stream, but it's just different. It's like apples and oranges. Now, we're going to finish off with some rapid fire questions. Nintendo High School on YouTube asks if Nami awakened something within me. No. She was just the hardest to marry of the bachelorettes, and I'm super competitive. User KM3 on YouTube asks, what is my favorite Harvest Moon or Story of Seasons minigame? It's gotta be Territory Capture in A Wonderful Life. Winning a round is what I imagine doing drugs feels like. Moonlight on Discord asks what I think about the character redesigns for the A Wonderful Life remake. I think they're very thin, and the developers are catering to a modern audience. And finally, Sam on YouTube asks, when do I get the free pizza and breadsticks? Well, you should check your mailbox, and if they're not there, then my only guess is that Murray stole them. And that's all of the questions. If you have any more, feel free to drop in on the Twitch stream. It's basically the 2 to 3 hour long Q&A while I play. Also, feel free to ask me anything on Twitter or Discord. I'm an open book, and I respond to every question. Those links will be in the description, but if you have any more questions that you want to ask me right now, feel free to comment, and I'll make sure to answer those as well. If you like the video and want to support me, hit like, subscribe, and enable notifications. Thanks so much for 1,000 subscribers. Hopefully this is just the first step to growing this great community that we've built. I'll see you later.